In this lesson, we're going to review how we can write our first interactive program. So we can use Java's built-in scanner class to receive some input from the user. So we're going to go ahead and make a basic calculator in this. So nano basic calculator.java. So let's go ahead and open this file, and we can write the class public class basic calculator. And we should probably put in our public static void main. And now we have a fully functional class with a program main program in it. And we'll go ahead and write a comment at the beginning. This program will calculate the sum of two numbers. So something really basic. So right now we need to introduce a new concept, and that is this idea of an import. So Java actually has a pretty extensive library. There are different classes that you can use that will let you read input from a file, that will let you draw user interfaces, let you call out to external servers. There's all sorts of different libraries built into Java. It's one of the reasons why Java was so successful initially, is because it kind of had this standard library with lots of different functions that you could use. So we are going to import one of these classes, and the class we're going to use is called java.util.scanner. And Java organizes everything into packages. So you can see here java.util is going to give us the package name, and then scanner is going to be the class name here. So this allows us to use this scanner object in our program. So we can declare new instances of the scanner, we can create them, and we can actually use these different values. So if you do a search for just about any Java class you find, java.util.scanner, you can find here, it's going to be almost always the first hit in Google search. So we can see the scanner right here. We've got it open, and you can see what this does, and you can see this is the basic thing we do to retrieve input from the command line. And this will tell you all about it, and it'll tell you all the different methods that you can use on it, all the different constructors that you can use for your scanner. So if you're ever in doubt, and you know what the name of the class is that you're looking for, that you want to work with, just search for it. You should come up with the Java doc, which is a pretty standard set of documentation that you'll get with just about any class in Java. So now that we know that we can use the scanner, we're going to go ahead and create one just like we would create a primitive variable, except we have one slight difference. We're going to name the variable, and now instead of just setting it to a value like 1 or 0, we need to set it to new scanner. So anytime we build an object, we have to create it using new, and we want to open parentheses, because we're going to call what's called a constructor. When we execute the constructor, this is how we tell the object what it should do or how it should be built. We're going to pass in system.in, and we'll go ahead and write this out. So system.in, just like system.out, allows us to retrieve input from the user. So scanner in is equal to new scanner, system.in. This allows us to build this scanner that will read input from a user. Now the scanner has a lot of different methods built in that allow us to read user input. So for example, we can tell the user system.out.println enter one number. And then we can read that value in. Int first number is equal to in.nextInt. Then we can use system.out.println enter another number. And we can say int second number is equal to in.nextInt. Now if we go ahead and we'll compile this just to make sure we didn't make any mistakes, and we're okay. Then we'll run it. It's going to say enter a number, 8, 9, and that's all we told it to do. We didn't tell it to do anything beyond that just yet. So let's go ahead and edit this again so we can have it create some output. Now pretty much all programs are composed of some type of input, some type of processing, and some type of output. So here we're getting input as our first number, we're getting input for our second number, then we're going to do some processing. We're going to say int sum is equal to first number plus second number. Then we'll say system.out.println the sum of the two numbers is sum. Now if we compile, we enter a number, enter another number, and we get a sum. So this allows us to get some basic input from the user. Now we could also get, for example, someone's name if we wanted to say hello at the beginning. So let's go ahead into the first line of our program. We'll say system.out.println. We'll be friendly here. Hello, what is your name? Now, it's not just integers. We can actually retrieve string values as well. So we'll say string name is equal to in.next line, which will give us the full line. And now we can say system.out.println hello name. And we'll go ahead and put an exclamation point at the end just to make it really excited. And let's go ahead and print out another line. Now we can call print line with no values, and that's just going to print an empty line. So now, if we compile and run our program, we'll say my name is Tim. There you go. Hello, Tim. See how excited it is. Enter one number. We'll say 123. Our second number will be 321, and our value is 444. Very nice. So in this lesson, we were able to use a scanner to retrieve user input, to get strings and to get integers. It's not exactly the most robust program in the world, though. There are lots of ways to break it. So if you try a couple of different things, there are at least 2 ways, probably more than that, ways that you can break this program. So in future lessons, we'll talk about exceptions, and we'll talk about ways we can make and we'll talk about if-then statements and other things, ways we can make our program a little bit more robust and a little bit more resilient against these types of errors. But that will do it for now. Thanks for watching, and be sure to practice your coding.